Gentlemen, this is the coin. This side is heads. This side is tails. JB, it's your call. Call it in the air.
I call heads.
Johnny Futures, it's your call. Call it in the air.
Tails never fails.
Hey, sports fans, welcome back to another Heads or Tails podcast with Johnny Futures and JB. I'm your host for episode 10, Johnny Futures, of course. And I'm going to answer back JB's question of, is it cheating when a quarterback rushes to the line to avoid a previous play being reviewed or having a second look at? JB played a clip of an 80s Giants versus Bears game where Mike Ditka was apparently going nuts because he couldn't challenge or ask the referees to replay a play where Phil Simms threw a ball and it was questionable, and then he ran to the line, hurried up, got the next play off before anything could be questioned. This is an interesting topic. Like usual, JB coming up with these great topics, and I'm going to say that I do not think it is cheating. The onus, I believe, is on the other team. We'll get into why I think it's not cheating, and then maybe into some solutions on how to better this situation. Both teams are, and this is for a nowadays scenario, this wasn't in the 80s obviously, but both teams now get 2 challenges. If you win both challenges, you get a third one. So you have the possibility of having 6 challenges in a game. Regardless of a coach hemming and hawing and trying to figure out if he should throw the flag, if there is any question and the situation is determined to be, affecting the outcome of the game, or if it's a serious situation, then just throw the flag. We've seen it a million times in the NFL when coaches clearly throw a challenge flag and, us at home see that it's not anything worth challenging. New York Giants fans especially know with Brian Daboll, a.k.a. the Meatball, more than a few times he threw the challenge flag even after the referee explained that there's nothing to be challenged. And whether it was strategic or he was just throwing a fit, he still threw the flag and play was stopped. Now, both teams have the opportunity, and it's not the worst thing in the world if you do lose a challenge. You don't have 10 of them, you have 2 of them, and if you win both, then you get an extra one. So I understand they are valuable. But if the situation is determined to be that important, then you give up a challenge to look at that play. I personally don't consider it cheating because A, it's in the rule book. You are allowed to do that. Again, the other team has a challenge, and they can do it. NFL is putting a little bit of harness on some of the speeding up stuff that the offense does. I don't know if you noticed lately, you're not allowed to substitute an offensive player while in a hurry up and try to line up and get the next play going. If there's any substitutions now, I think it came into play 2 years ago, the defense has to be allowed to match the substitution as well. That's why lately you'll see a referee kind of standing over a ball until the defense is ready. So there's no more of that. Eventually, I think the replay is only going to keep on getting better and better with the NFL, and they'll slowly but surely have pretty much every play under review eventually. And this is another, part of my argument. I've been talking a lot about it lately. JB knows it too. But again, with the NFL, sports league that's worth billions and billions of dollars, every team in the league worth over $1 billion. I think that's safe to say. Most are multiple $1 billion. And I'm not sure if it's a rule or maybe you're not allowed to do it, but maybe it can start being brought up and just have you can call him a replay coordinator maybe for the team who has a direct line to the coach or some member of the coaching staff and just watch the game in real time. Us fans at home, we see it within 5 seconds of a replay. Oh, no, that was a catch. Oh, no, that wasn't a catch. That was definitely a penalty. That wasn't a penalty, that type of stuff. And if we at home can figure that out within 5 or 10 seconds, there's absolutely no reason why some funds can't be dedicated to this and have some kind of communication system. In previous episodes, we were talking about instant replay and how far it's come, and now there are certain quick replays. You know, we've seen it the last couple of years. Someone catches the ball, referee says complete, whether it's a TV timeout or just a little hesitation, or while the team's walking back, the referee will come back over the mic and say, with quick replay, it was determined that this was not a catch, and then they just go back. And that's like 10 or 20 seconds. Major League Baseball is kind of setting the standard with this ABS review. Again, JB and I have been going back and forth on this. We both like the ABS. I think it's going to help a lot with the game. And the big part of that whole process is that it's very quick. Throw the pitch, I believe you have within 2 seconds to challenge. And it takes like 5 or 10 seconds for these guys to determine if something's a strike or a ball. I'm sure we can apply this to the NFL standard and make these reviews a little bit more tight as far as time is concerned, so you're not dragging on a game or killing momentum so badly. I think it's eventually going to get to that point. And if these teams, like I said, if they're allowed to have some type of communication, just have somebody in the ear, just give it 10 seconds after a play is ran. Throw the flag, don't throw the flag, don't throw the flag. You get the idea. So I don't think it's cheating. I think there are ways to kind of make it better. And personally, I kind of like this aspect of the game. Similar to Major League Baseball, where I'm kind of missing the nuances of the at-bats, whether the pitcher is kind of shaking off pitches, trying to worry the batter a little bit, or the batter's taking its time getting prepared to swing, a la Nomar Garciaparra with his glove flipping. I miss that aspect of the game, and I think this is one of those aspects in the NFL. You know, you got to play in. The referee didn't see it. You kind of hurry up, get the play off, and whether the team wants to challenge it or not, you kind of have this little back and forth, you know. And to the T of the rule book, it's not illegal, so I don't consider it cheating. And yeah, I think that kind of solidifies my argument on the subject. On the next episode of the Heads or Tails podcast, you'll find out what the next topic is as I introduce it. For now, though, give us a like, leave a comment. Let us know if you think it's cheating if a quarterback rushes to the line to kind of avoid a review of a previous play and keep that drive going. And if you haven't yet, please hit subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe and enjoy the weather.